since I reported anything, but don't worry, I'm here to talk about it. Because one of the main discussions I've seen for the last couple days, mostly on Zitter, but I've seen some of it bleed over to TikTok and all those other places, is for about the past 2-3 days, I've seen people conversing about what game Sucker Punch should do next, because they released a statement. It was like a Z saying that they're not sure whether they want to continue making a Ghost series or if they should take a break and make a Sly Cooper. And you already know what a lot of the old heads was saying. New Sly Cooper, new Sly Cooper, new Sly Cooper, new Sly Cooper. The last Sly Cooper ended off on a cliffhanger. We want a new Sly Cooper. Which I can't be mad at, but I just wanted to throw my thoughts in there with this one. So I just want to start by stating that me in particular, while Ghost of Yotei does look like a 10 times better game than Sushi Ghost, to me it's not it's the worst Sucker Punch game by far. Cause like, well, actually, hold up, let me look up a list of Sucker Punch games. Sucker Punch search. Sucker Punch game. Let me look at every game they made. Is this a list? All right, boom. So a list of every Sucker Punch game. So their first one was Sly Cooper. Wait, nah, that can't be their first game. Is that? Because if that's their first game, then that's crazy. Because I know every game after that. Join our team. No. I want to find a list of every game. Okay, 99. And then they just start listing the shit in a random ass order. Okay, so assuming this is every game they've ever made, besides Sushi Ghost, literally every game Sucker Punch has released, I've either liked or was a hit. Well, I don't know about Rocket, but literally everything else was a fucking banger. This whole Sly Cooper series, bangers. Infamous, nothing but bangers. I don't like the original Sushi Ghost, and I never played this Legend DLC at all, never will. But Ghost of Yotei, I do respect it more of a game than Ghost of Tsushima, because the story in that one is interesting. Because the thing that made me put down Sushi Ghost is that I didn't like the story. But the story in Ghost of Yotei seems more interesting. Still not gonna play it, too many games to play it. Plus, I don't give a fuck. That being said though, let me exit out of it. Now, because Infamous hasn't had a game in a long time, a lot of people were begging for Infamous, but I'm gonna just say respectfully, Infamous is not in the conversation. Not because Infamous is bad or I hate it or anything, more so because they specifically said they wonder if they should continue with Ghost or make a new Sly Cooper game. And my take on it is they should go with a new Sly Cooper game, for the simple fact the last Sly Cooper game was like the PS2 era. The last Sly Cooper game was in a PS3 era. We got Infamous games on the PS4, at least the last generation of games. We haven't had a Sly Cooper game, a full Sly Cooper game, for 2 generations. I think people will be satisfied for a while with Ghost of Yotei, considering how large and expansive, in a good way, not in the Ubisoft throw up stuff all over the map way, but in a way where they have a curated experience that is designed to give you plenty to discover and play through and eat up. So the Ghost of Yotei crowd, like the people who are content creators and streamers, they're gonna breeze through this game in a fucking week. But the normal people who have jobs and responsibilities, who only really get a chance to sit down and lock in on a game about once a week, it's gonna take them about a year to beat this game, especially with how much I've heard people left and right say I barely touched the story, and then they be like 60-70 hours in because there's so much good side content. The people who play Ghost of Yotei will be fine for a while. What we really need, again, is a Sly Cooper game, because the PS4 had 0 full Sly Cooper games. We didn't get a remaster, a remake, demake, nothing. And then like I said earlier, the last one ended on a cliffhanger, so people who are fans of that series really wanted to continue. The only thing I think that could potentially stop Sucker Punch with Sly Cooper is the last game. I believe like the last game they released didn't sell well, and because the IP has been sitting there and it's kind of been dormant for a while, I think if they do make a Sly Cooper game, that is going to be significantly different from what the classics are, because they basically have to gain a whole new audience, because most of the people who grew up with Sly Cooper are like in their 50s and 60s, and like even though the average age of a gamer is like 40 something, I feel like half of that audience is not gonna be playing, not gonna care, not gonna be playing Sly Cooper. So from my age range, like the 20 to 30 age range and then down, they're basically starting over, getting a whole new audience. And I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying that's a very, very strong uphill battle they gotta think about, versus Sushi Ghost and Ghost Yote. Their last 2 entries were super ultra omega hits, and Sushi Ghost, even though I firmly believe that shit didn't deserve to win Game of the Year, got a Game of the Year nomination. And Ghost Yote, although if it doesn't get it, I wouldn't be upset, but is a strong contender to get a Game of the Year nomination. So hey, look, I think they should go with Sly Cooper and lock in, but if they continue to go series, I don't give a fuck, because I'm not playing that shit anyway. Wait, I pressed the wrong button, damn. But we can read through this article, see if there's any extra context or anything that could be added. Video Game Chronicle recently conducted an interview with Sucker Punch studio head and co-founder Brian Fleming. According to the interview, Sucker Punch will decide their next game after releasing the multiplayer for Ghost Yote Legends. There's no release. Oh, so Legends was just the Sushi Ghost multiplayer. Okay, so I never have to touch that shit, even if I give a fuck about the Ghost Tsushima story. There's no release date for the Legends mode, blah blah blah. While Sucker Punch supposedly hasn't chosen their next game yet, Brian discussed the difficulties involved with the decision, saying, "Whatever we do next, whether it's continuing Ghost or going back to Sly, the decision is really more limited by, again, our cherishing a focus on time to iterate." Basically, he said, we don't want to just pick something based on which one will make us the most money off of just brand recognition. If we pick a pre-existing IP, we want to make sure that whatever we make is either a faithful continuation or a good faith continuation of whatever they did previously. Which, I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons I think Sucker Punch has nothing but bangers under their belt is because the studio heads, the studio leads actually understand what gamers want. Because I feel like a lot of these companies, Ubisoft, excuse me for coughing before I said Ubisoft, doesn't understand what the people playing the game actually want. The Sucker Punch studio leads, they actually know what we want to play. It is, man. Don't call me.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.
I swear, that PS5 beat meme is real. People always wait till you in the middle of something that requires the most amount of focus to ask you to save their world. Anyway, and that's not even a salt thing. It's just like a funny thing of like, wow, niggas wait till I'm in the middle of something to call me. But whatever. Sucker Punch's co-founder added, "If we were good at juggling 4 projects, yeah, we'd have a remaster and let's do one of those and one of those and blah blah blah. The fan requests that are really popular, but we'd only get to do one thing." That's another W right there. So he's saying that we're taking our time to craft these masterpieces because we don't want our developers to feel like they constantly have to roll out a sleeping bag and sleep under their desk Shout out Sucker Punch for not crunching their developers. Shout out Sucker Punch for not crunching their developers. Shout out Sucker Punch for not crunching their developers. I had to say it 3 times because I'm the Dr. Umar of gaming. buddy, going too much. Either right there or bad pick. Thank you, sir. But in July, Ghost of Yotei co-creative director Nate was asked by Game Informer about returning to Infamous. In this interview, he said that we would love to work on more Infamous, and that he would love to see a trilogy re-release. However, he cited the same problem as Fleming, stating that Sucker Punch is a one game at a time shop. So both of the people who are in charge of the studio understand that when the developers are developing a game, they have a family to go to at the end of the day. They have a family to go to at the end of the day. 3 times Dr. Umar of Gaming. They have a family to go to at the end of the day. I like to see that, man, because I feel like there's too many games that release half-assed because the studio heads are whipping and beating their employees over the head and saying, why are you trying to leave and go home and see your family that you spend all this time making money to feed? You feed them from a distance, bitch. Get back in that studio and get back to coding, fuck nigga. Like, nah, let them go home. If they go home and get to interact with the family that they're working so hard to feed, you don't think they're gonna come back in the next day and give you better work? I don't know. The ROI seems great, but I'm not a studio lead head that beats people over the head for billions, so what the fuck do I know? Sucker Punch's internal struggles are understandable, as we can relate as fans. Sure, we'd love another installment of Infamous or Sly, which was last in 2014, but that would come at the expense of Sly, which was last seen in 2013. Games developed the last Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, but they wouldn't be able to develop a new entry as they were acquired by Facebook for development and blah blah blah. Similarly, we love a continuation of blah blah blah. Don't give a fuck. You pretty much get the point. And everything else in this video is just basically a bunch of fast updates that I'm giving, so I'm gonna speed past everything. Wolverine game on PS5 takes important step forward. This is about being able to wishlist Wolverine. Don't give a fuck. Smash Bros creator Masahiro Sakurai. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, Daddy Sacks. Smash Bros creator Masahiro Sakurai is getting his own manga. Now, I wanted to bring this up because, like, Masahiro Sakurai is one of the greatest developers to ever touch gaming. He's one of the greatest. I'd argue he's potentially the greatest fighting game developer of all time. And he's getting a manga that's talking about his life. And from another headline, I seen that apparently he's also overseeing it, meaning he's helping them with the art and the storytelling and whatnot. Also, this picture might be AI. I don't know, but like this split in the keyboard doesn't look realistic. It looks fucked up. But I hope this was drawn by a real person, and maybe that's just some funky type of keyboard he said he likes to use that I just didn't know about. But yeah, let's read to see more details. When is this coming out? As reported by Famitsu, the 160-page book was supervised by Sakurai himself, blah, blah, blah. It's his own manga. Is divided into 6 chapters covering key moments in his life and work, from the birth of Kirby and the origins of Smash Bros. To the founding of his studio, Sora Limited, and his ongoing influence on modern game development. The book also includes industry columns and a full Sakurai career timeline. Is there a release date? Ooh! Learn about people and work together through manga. Masahiro Sakurai, making the world more fun with games, will be released in Japan on the 18th of November. With a digital version also planned for a later date, I'm assuming. An international release has not been announced yet. That hurts, because I really wanted to buy this, and I ain't got import a goddamn book from my favorite game developer of all time from overseas for $300 money. So I thought I would be getting this because for some stupid ass reason I thought there would be an American release, but we could read over the chapters real quick. Chapter 1, Boy Sakurai in Games. Chapter 2, The Birth of Kirby of the Stars. Chapter 3, Beginning of the Great Battle. Probably the Smash Bros. Chapter. Chapter 4, Sora Limited Company established. Chapter 5, Inheritance. Chapter 6, 7. I'm Young Bull with glasses. 6, 7. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Chapter 6, A Light for the Future, and in conclusion, edited by Masahiro Sakurai himself. And I think this is gonna be a banger ass book. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's gonna be a banger ass book, and I'm excited to read this shit digitally, cause like I said, I ain't gotta import this bitch overseas money. Going on further with the quick updates, Quantic Dream has revealed its first ever free-to-play multiplayer game, Spellcaster Chronicles. Now, if you're not familiar with the studio Quantic Dream, they've made stuff like Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain. It's another one they made that's pretty popular. But Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human are like two of their biggest games that they've ever released. And apparently, they're jumping in the free-to-play multiplayer realm. And for that, I mostly want to say, like, I hope it goes well. And I think there was a trailer down here. Yeah, there's like a teaser trailer for it. So I don't expect any gameplay or anything like that. But let's see what this trailer's talking about. Let's see if it's surprising.
Past, present, and future entwine. Where the gods once shaped the fate of man and empires. But the gods are gone now. And in the chaos they left behind, some of us...
I will say, off rip, the trailer for this game looks gorgeous. Like, these character designs, they look interesting, and they give me like a dark fantasy type vibe, but not in a way where it's like, oh, another magical motherfucker game. It's like in a way to where off the art style alone, I'm intrigued. But I do want to see some gameplay before I say, oh, this game gonna be gas or this game gonna be trash. Oh, I like her character design. Wait for it. I like her character design.
To break the laws of nature.
I mostly want to see what the like moment-to-moment gameplay is, because this looks very MOBA-ish, and it's been a while since I've been interested in a MOBA.
To unleash even the might of the legendary titans.
Oh, it's 3v3? So it's not gonna be... Oh, I already like this game. Because as an adult, it's really freaking hard to get my friends, like a lot of friends, to play a game because they got schedules, they got lives, whether it be kids or work. It's hard to get 5 people, let's say, on Marvel Rivals, but to get 2 people? Oh, I already like the idea of this game already. I get to spell cast and stew. I get to be magic me. I get to build my dick. Yeah, that's typical MOBA shit. Niggas said summon hordes of heroes like that was some revolutionary feature. That, like, for those of y'all who don't understand MOBAs, this is basically like if Marvel Rivals said, oh, you get to play as characters. Not you get to play as Marvel characters, but you get to play as characters. Like, yeah. In every other hero shooter, you get to play as characters. Every game you get to play as characters. Like, nigga, what?
Destruction. One thing. Destruction.
Wait, can you destroy the environments? Like, if you can destroy the environments in the stages and make new pathways, that would be cool. But if they're just talking about destroying your opponent, I don't care.
One thing is for certain. Our future is in your hands.
I'm not gonna lie, out of what they showed so far, I think it looks like it's gonna be a fire little side game. I don't know if it would be like my live service game for the year type situation, but I think it's definitely gonna be a cool side game to every once in a while for a weekend here and there. Just go on the game and just no life it for like 5 hours out of your weekend when you're free. And especially it looks like it'll be a cool game to get a couple friends together on. I like it. I'm gonna keep my eye on this. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be game of the year, MOBA of the decade, or nothing like that. But it looks like they actually put some effort into this game and they put some love into the development, and that I'm gonna like it. Yeah. I wanna talk about these because I think I can make that its own video. Oh, I kept forgetting to get this damn demo. I'm gonna download that again. But last update, this month, October 2025, is going to have an Xbox showcase on October 28th at 1 p.m. EST. So I'm gonna set a reminder for it, and I'm gonna definitely read and see what comes out that day, but I'm not watching this shit live. I don't care enough. That being said, let me go download the damn demo for this game. And if you have any thoughts that you would like to share with me about any of the topics in a video, feel free to reach out and feel free to let me know down in the comment section. And if you didn't know, I stream all of these on twitch.tv/QaptainSlander. Feel free to reach out.